Hi, I'm Benny Rietveld, and you're watching for bassplayersonly.com.
Hi, everyone. John Liebman here. You are watching the number one site for learning bass online, for bassplayersonly.com, where I've taken the frustration out of learning bass so you can build confidence, have fun, and just enjoy making music. It's not for everyone. It's for bassplayersonly.com. We have a very special guest. If I may be so bold, I'll call him a friend. He's been with Santana since 1990. He's the bass player. He's the musical director. My friend, Benny Rietveld. How are you, Mr. Benny?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
I'm here to put back the frustration and toil in learning bass.
Well, you're good at it. So here we are. This is actually the third time we've communicated, and the technology changes a little bit. I think the first one might have been either a text interview or a phone interview.
The first one was, I think, maybe email or something, text.
Yeah, that's the way I used to do
I
it
remember that.
before we had all this highfalutin technology.
Yeah, actually, I don't like Zoom meetings. I'm so sick of them now. My favorite was when we were actually got to hang out together. It's whatever.
That was the second interview. The first one was published on June 3rd, 2015. And then the time we got together, we were backstage at, they used to call it Pine Knob. Then they called it something else for many years, and it's back. Pine Knob is what it's
great,
called.
Really?
Yes.
Because I remember when it was GTE Sprint, I think.
Not Sprint, DTE Energy Theater.
Energy Center, yeah, something, yeah.
Yeah, DTE is the big electric company.
Yeah, and then some stagehands had a T-shirt.
It said, "I still call it Pine Knob."
Yeah, it's still Pine or something like that. Yeah. I thought, right on.
Yeah. Pine Knob is big.
I'm glad it's back. That's a great place.
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah, we still call it Pine Knob. That was that interview was published September 9th, 2019. And the Doobie Brothers were on the bill with you guys. Right. So that was fun. John Cowan got to hang out with him. And so let's fast forward. And at the time you were talking about the alumni Santana recording with the original guys with Neil Sean and Greg Raleigh, and you got to participate in all of that. So I know you're doing a lot of stuff. You're keeping busy inside and outside of Santana. So what's going on?
Well, let's see. I happen to be in Hawaii working, so I'm actually doing something really exciting for me personally, which is I'm playing in a pit orchestra for a local theater version of Waitress, that musical by Sarah Bareilles.
And, I like her.
It's really, really fun. It's a cool show, and Diamond Head Theater is like actually a pretty historic place because I mean they've had like quality productions forever here.
I assume that's Oahu.
Yeah.
Because when I hear Diamond Head, that's what.
Yeah. And so I want to spend more time here. So I thought,
well, who wouldn't want to spend more time in Hawaii?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I grew up here.
I know.
So, then my friend was the musical director, and she said, "Do you want to play some shows?" And I went, "Yeah." So that's pretty much it, and so that's what I'm doing now here.
I've done a lot of that pit orchestra work. I love it. I loved it playing.
Yeah, I haven't done it like for like a long time. So for me, it was like pretty nerve-wracking. Really? And luckily, the show on bass is pretty simple. But it's been great. It's been a joy. I'll probably want to do more.
Why not? It's funny because the first big show I got called for was the national tour of Into the Woods with Cleo Wayne.
That's a great musical too. Oh my God.
It was fun, and Stephen Sondheim came to the rehearsals.
What?
So I wanted to be so prepared. I wanted, because I like doing that kind of work. So I remember on the upright, getting out my bowing books, and I was practicing every bowing as if I was going to have a solo in that style, right? So I was there, I'm ready. We get to the rehearsal, and the conductor, okay, here we go. And here's my part. Dum, dum, dum. not the whole way through. There were some cool things in there, but
No, no, that's a great show. That is some great music. Yeah, it's just that would have been fun actually.
it was a lot of fun. Cleo Lane and there was somebody that was
Ooh.
on a TV show. What was her name? Shit, is she just on a
Tragedy. Yeah, that's okay.
agony, misery?
Yeah, right, right.
Okay, you're gonna get me started. Am I not sensitive, clever,
Yeah.
well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne? You are everything maidens could wish for. Then why no do I know the girl must be mad? I played that show many, many times. I could, after a week, I could understudy for anybody on the stage. If
Oh,
somebody forgot their lines, I wanted to whisper it up.
yeah.
It is interesting to note that All
Oh,
right,
awesome.
getting way off track here.
Oh, it's not. It's part of the world. It's part of
That's right. Yeah. And Dream Girls at the Burt Reynolds Theater, that was a blast.
Oh, really? Ooh,
And
nice.
Oliver with Davy Jones from the Monkees.
Yeah. Oh man, that would have been great. Oh.
Yeah, he couldn't play Oliver. He was too old. But
Oh,
uh,
oh, that's right. I guess.
yeah, it was, I think it was like 1989. And then it was at oh God, what was the name of the theater? The Hirschfeld Theater on Miami Beach. I was in Florida
Oh,
for 6 years.
wow, wow.
And then for New Year's, he invited all of us up to his hotel suite for a big party. But the thing about that show was we had a few days off. I don't know how in December we had a few days off. That's really odd for Miami Beach. But I came up to Michigan, hung out with my family, and my brother-in-law and his brother had a racehorse. So went to the track and checked all that out. So I figured, hey, it's something to talk to Davey about when I get back, right? Because he was a jockey, he was into horses. So I said, hey, I thought about you on our time off. Oh, yeah. I said, yeah, my brother-in-law owns a horse, and I'm talking, and I said, but it's a pacer, not a trotter, or a trotter, not a pacer. I don't even know what that means. So I said, but so it didn't go that fast. And he says, oh, if you've ever been behind one, you know they do go quite fast. They do go rather fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I think the people chose to watch this video to hear you talk. So let me fire away some more questions at you. No, talk to me. I just saw an interesting anniversary. Santana has had your Vegas residency for 10 years now. Is that possible? Unbelievable. How's that going?
It's been going great. You know, a couple of COVID bumps and all that, but yeah, I mean, I would have never, when we started playing in Vegas, I never would have thought, like, how's this hippie, crazy jazz, Latin, funk, rock band gonna be in Vegas? Um, but you know, apparently, I don't know. I guess it's because the audience changes, or the demographic is always, you know, turning over. You know, the population base. There's so many tourists. You know, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, because we don't have any special effects, and no one's flying around the air, and you know, there are no costume changes or anything. So I always thought we wouldn't really last, but here we are, or there we are.
Are you topless in the show? Or
What?
Are you topless in the show? Or
Oh yeah, yeah. There's at one point, yeah, where I have my little. And that's when everyone stops coming.
Oh,
That would bring down attendance considerably, I think.
I've been seeing a lot of posts online about you playing here and playing there. You mentioned the pit orchestra thing, and I think you also said that's pretty much all you're doing. But I know you were doing some film scoring a while ago.
Well, that was a long time ago. I haven't. I did a couple of short films in the last 2 years, maybe. That was really fun, but I haven't done a lot now, you know, since. Just been kind of busy with the Santana world because of that reunion recording, and you know, the other projects that Carlos has, the Isley Brothers thing, and you know, and my own stuff. So you know, that's taken up a lot of time. You know.
Sure.
So yeah.
How about your basses and your bass gear? Are you still playing
Still
pretty much
using
the same
Music
stuff?
Man Sterling Deluxe. You know. on that gig on Santana, I'm still using that one bass that I bought in Tucson, Arizona. Rainbow Guitars, big plug. Uh, yeah, I still like that on the road. It's really versatile, and they're built pretty solid, so they can take the rigors of getting knocked around on a truck for hundreds of miles and all that stuff. Um,
You're
and
a big
then
fan of NS Design, I know.
and I have that NS design. That's still the CR five
It's a
string,
five
and
string. Hmm.
yeah, that's amazing.
What did you say? Oh, I thought I wrote down the quote. You said it's so stupidly good sounding, or some Benny-ism that you.
Yeah, no, I mean it has this amazing low end that if I was playing a different type of music, I'd probably play it every song on that thing because it's it's got this great fundamental and sort of really enveloping low end. So yeah, that's a really cool piece. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Do you
Um,
ever play with a bow?
yeah, I'm not that great at it. It's frankly. Uh, yeah, that would be my third or fourth instrument. I can do the jazz pizzicato thing pretty well, but yeah, bowing is a whole nother level of stuff that I
Do you
but yeah,
play? I always ask this question, and I don't know if anybody cares or not, or even knows what I'm talking about. But when you do play the bow, is it a French bow or a German bow?
French. I guess ergonomically, I suppose, you know, you,
You can dig in a little more with
yeah,
the.
I'm thinking about the wrist action on the right. Yeah, maybe it makes more sense. Maybe the German bow makes more sense because you're not crooking your wrist as much, you know what I mean?
That segues very nicely into what I wanted to ask you about next.
Uh-oh.
There's no there's no ohs here. What do you think? I'm going to ask you some really hard questions.
Yeah, don't.
What's
It's
the
cool.
square root of uh,
Goodbye.
the last interview? I
Anyway,
asked you
all right.
what advice you had for someone who wants to learn bass, and you gave me a good answer. You said, if you it's about making people react, make people dance, and if you're playing the bass and you see them bopping their heads and snapping their fingers and swaying, you're doing that. And if they're not doing that, then you're doing something wrong. And what did you say? Bass is the delivery system for all the other stuff in the band. I really like that way of
Yeah,
putting
yeah,
it.
because it's everything. Everybody works together, and so the bass has to provide the stability and the nice bed so that the guys can sing or play really their best.
What I want to ask you, most of the people that are coming to ForBassPlayersOnly.com, more and more people are men. We get a fair bit of women, but mostly men in their 50s, 60s, 70s. They're not trying to, set the world on fire or be rock stars. They just want to play the bass.
Yeah,
But as you get older, things start to hurt and your body's not the same anymore. You reminded me when you were talking about holding the bow and holding the
right. Oh
bass.
yeah.
A lot of these guys have arthritis. They have shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain. I have arthritis and I have a movement disorder. That's a whole other story. But
Oh,
I wonder if we can drill in a little bit more on whether you want to call it bass technique or bass approach. Who was I interviewing the other day? Oh, Avery Sharp, who was with McCoy Tyner for like
yeah.
ever, and
Yeah.
and he's really into health and fitness, and he's a vegan and he's a jock and all that. He says, holding my arm up like this for 50 years. So any insights, any advice, any thoughts about how to deal with those kinds of things if you just want to have fun and play the bass?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's a very good point because we can do that until we die, but you for me it's you talking about position and hand position.
I'm talking about playing the bass, whether you're sitting, you're
Yeah, that's what I
standing, you're
mean.
wearing.
Like
Yeah.
it's like, well, first of all, make sure you're sitting correctly or standing correctly. If the bass is too heavy, get another one. I mean, there's a lot of nice basses that aren't that heavy. On that, strap width. Don't get a narrow one, get a wide one, as wide as possible. It distributes the weight, so that's not like cutting into you. And go to physiotherapy. I mean, just physio massage, that really helps not bunch things up. Because if muscles are bunched up, then you're kind of working against them, and you'll do more damage, And then traveling down more, like the wrists, like always do like counter movements, stretch, whatever you're doing. Like, you got this going, make sure that you're spending an equal, just keep warming up and stretching that.
Stu Ham is always going like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, always do the opposite thing to, kind of counteract the thing we're always doing, so
makes sense.
And especially, at an older age, it's good to warm up, because depending on the type of music you're playing, but, like if you're playing more harder rock and roll or something, it's like taking a nap and then sprinting. You're gonna screw something up. You got to warm up, stretch your muscles a little bit. You don't have to go crazy, but that really helps. And what my neurologist told me, hydrate. Don't forget to hydrate a lot. More than you think. That helps. Just keep the body going. That's really, really important. So that, just basic things.
Anything else coming up on the horizon that you haven't mentioned? Anything that you haven't done and you want to do?
I'm going to record with my band. That's going to be fun. It's an 11-piece at the moment. It's an 11-piece. So I'm not making any money.
We're talking about a lot of things here. I don't know who's still with us, but hey, this is Benny Rietveld, man. So
that's the essence of life, though. It's all encompassing. And music is life, and life is music, and it encompasses everything. So yeah, I'm completely okay with that.
Well, I think that's a great note to end on, Benny.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on, boy, what a long run with Santana. What a cool gig. We could.
I'm like, the cliche is true. I'm pretty blessed, and grateful, So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun. When music stops being fun, then that's when I'll stop doing it, But so far, it's just a never-ending, cool journey that has a lot of surprises, and there's so many great people in it, So,
well, I've seen Santana a bunch of times, and I look forward to seeing you and him.
And summer, right? Where are you now?
I'm in Michigan.
Okay, still Michigan. Okay. I know we'll probably be there with Earth, Wind, and Fire, so that would be cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Verdine.
See, you should have hit me up for tickets. Then we could have done the interview then. But
yeah, well, I'm still hitting you up for tickets right now.
Sure. Yeah. But anyway, maybe I'll see you there.
I look forward to that. I'm going to check the schedule as soon as we're done here. And I think we are. I think we covered a lot. And hey, let's do another follow-up when the time is right.
After my band, whatever it's called, comes out with a recording or whatever. So
there you go. Well, thank you so much to our very special guest, Benny Rietveld. Always great talking with you, Benny.
Likewise.
I'm John Liebman. You're watching the #1 site for learning bass online, ForBassPlayersOnly.com, where I've taken the frustration out of learning bass so you can build confidence. You're trying. Build confidence, have fun, and just enjoy making music. Remember, it's not for everyone. It's ForBassPlayersOnly.com. I'm John Liebman. Thanks again to Benny Rietveld. You're watching ForBassPlayersOnly.com. I'll see you next week, everyone. Bye for now.